Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to Kings and So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Today, I want to speak about Julius and Malema and Jacob Zuma. I'm just going to gradually touch on it and leave it alone as I just aim to just drop a seed in your mind and have you thinking for the coming future. Thank you so much for everyone who supports the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. You can do the same by just donating a mere 50 Rand or more if you can to our bank account here on the screen, or you can go to www.paseta.co.za if you want any clarity. Our WhatsApp number is there. Make sure that you have some contact with us. You can talk to me and tell me what your contribution can be to the Pan-African School, just like what Mike Khadebe did, launching the Mike Khadebe campaign of 1,500 Rand for a pallet of bricks. So if you want to buy us a pallet of bricks, it's only 1,500 Rand. We will really appreciate your donation by showing you a certificate of gratitude, like our brother Uneo. I just want Uneo's surname quickly, because that's my brother. He was like, hey, man, I also want to donate. Uneo Lepota. Uneo Lepota is the gentleman from the Eastern Cape who has donated to us. We really appreciate you, Neo. Thank you so much. He even called me and said, listen, we are behind you. Do what you need to do. The dream of Paseta is a generational one, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a dream of King So or whatever, because our old generation, as old as 85 years old, has donated to the Pan-African School of Economics. And what I heard from the old man, Ufura, I also posted his certificate some time ago. He bought us a pallet of bricks. What I heard from him, he is saying that generation, what we are trying to do or what we are doing is what they were trying to do, but they were never successful. Many generations saw the education system as a problem in South Africa in particular, and in Africa at large. So it is very important to understand that if we fail in this war of building Africanized school with Africanized curriculums, the next generation will be further indoctrinated into the European cultures, and culture will be lost, tradition will be completely lost if we are not careful. I saw Burkina Faso, our favorite doctor, Dr. Kanyile, was in Burkina Faso celebrating Africa's Spiritual and Cultural Day.
Hello Nzigi, this is your favorite doc. I am still in Burkina Faso. Guess what? Burkina Faso has made history. They are the first African country to declare an African spirituality and tradition holiday. It is today. What a blessing to be able to attend the very first one. I'm going to the festivities right now. That's why I am dressed in the beads, but I had to put Sankara obviously because they are opening his first museum and mausoleum tomorrow and Saturday. But what a time to be alive, to see this happen. We have Christmas, we have Ramadan, we have all of these holidays, but there's no holiday for African spirituality and culture. Well, Captain Traore has made history again. This is the very first in Burkina Faso. I will enjoy on behalf of all of you. I'm going to the festivities right now. Bye.
Which is Burkina Faso is the first country in Africa to celebrate African spirituality and culture as a public holiday. We've got all of these holidays here in Africa, but we don't celebrate our African spirituality and culture because over the years, our European people has managed to give our African spirituality and culture a bad name. I was listening to one of my mentors, Mr. Tau, who was saying, listen, Africans never had a witch doctor. we don't have that in our vocabulary. Witch doctor for us is two different things. For the Europeans is one thing. In African culture, you can't have moloi lengaka at the same time. I loved it when he said that. I was like, this is so profound. I want to moloi ngaka in African culture. It's either omoloi and orongaka. So that is what is going on. So I was very happy when I heard that. So let's not lose ourselves completely. Let's make sure that we build schools that is going to remind the African child of who they are, ladies and gentlemen. Please do me a favor also. Go to the Paseta Pan-Africanist School YouTube channel and subscribe to that channel. Also, leave a comment on the comment section. We will really appreciate it. You will be watching the latest episode of me speaking to the marketing team, brilliant minds, and as we are trying to grow this brand of Paseta, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. So, once upon a time in South African politics, there was a time where Jacob Zuma and Julius Malema was inseparable. You could not separate the two. You saw father and son like you have never seen it in South African politics. I always complain about this. I say, why don't these big politicians duplicate themselves? Why was it so difficult for us to have another Mandela? Why was he not 2IC'd by another young man who thought when that young man speaks, we're like, wow, this guy speaks like Mandela. He acts like Mandela. He behaves like Mandela. Chris Hani, the greatest Pan-Africanist we have in Africa, according to most of us, is that man, Robert Sobukwe. Why did they not duplicate themselves into the next generation? I know they come sometimes with reincarnations, like what happened to Thomas Sankara and Ibrahim Traore. When you see Ibrahim, you see Thomas Sankara, and I think Thomas Sankara died a year before Ibrahim was born, or 2 years before he was born, or something like that. He never met him, he never saw him. But when we look at Ibrahim, we're like, oh, this must be a reincarnation of some sort, because really that's what happens. And in our families, we have that when someone see me, it's like, King, your father, I just see your father. I see your father. And I would love to see that in politics, that politicians duplicate themselves in the young men to say, let me train you my ways, because I believe my ways can win us back the liberation that we want. You can put your character in my ways, but make sure that we run with the same, we run on the same course. So with Jacob Zuma and Julius Malema, at one point it looked like that was happening. You saw Jacob Zuma always had Julius Malema on his side. Julius Malema has got a different character from Jacob Zuma. Little bit more radical, little bit more, aggressive, outspoken and whatever. But Jacob Zuma was the strategist that was, I almost want to say training the young man and giving him the ropes on politics. And what was beautiful to watch, it was so sad for Jacob Zuma and for Julius Malema when they separated, when the Youth League was totally taken out of the ANC, because now they were using the young men to attack the old men, and that did not end up well. But everything in life always comes around and works out for the good. That's what I believe. Even a funeral, even whatever, everything always turn around and work out for the good. I will make an example with my life. My father passed away a long time ago, 2003, 2004. Can't remember. It's a long time ago. I was still a young man. If my father did not pass away, my mother would have never left Mpumalanga for Northern Cape. The pain that we felt when the father passed away drove my mother out of that province and brought her here in the Northern Cape. I don't think if that happened, I would have met my wife. I would have stayed here, I would have worked here or whatever, met the people that I've met, I'm not even sure if I would turn up the same person that I am today. Probably would have, I don't know. But I'm just saying, there's some things that have happened in the past that are painful, but in the long run, they bring good results. And I thought by the time when the EFF was speaking to Jacob Zuma to endorse them, to say, endorse us as the political party of your choice, and we know we will win KwaZulu-Natal, and we will know many people will follow this. But because what we lack as the EFF is that touch that you have for the older generation, for the MK people, that emotional attachment to the ANC that they have, you have it, and wherever you go with it, they will follow it. So please come to the EFF and people will endorse it. Unfortunately, that did not happen because the old man had other plans to resurrect MK political party, because he says when the country is in a lot of trouble, the Mkhonto Wesizwe political party has to be called back again. MK is all he knows, so that's what he did. But I am going to put this into a submission to say, this is not a formal presentation. I will do a better one when the time comes. I just want to put it on record that if the MK and the EFF don't find themselves somewhere, we are running into a disaster. We are pushing the ANC that we are not happy with into the arms of the DA. We are pushing the presidency. That's not my words also. This is the words of Julius and Malema and many other people, in fact. We are pushing the presidency into the Democratic Alliance. That's what we are doing when these two political parties don't meet. And I know the tension is big. The MK, the EFF views the MK as corrupt, as a political party that tries to fix Jacob Zuma's legacy and all of that, a political party that does not offer any quality in terms of opposition party and all of that. We have heard the EFF cadres say a lot of things. The MK has poached members from the EFF and have brought them in their caucus, and there it's chaotic. It's a, how did they say? It's a chaotic environment that thrives in their chaoticness. It's like you can't explain what is happening in the MK. Some of us have heard things that when we hear them, we're like, but how are they still keeping it together? How are they still smiling? With this news that I just heard, it's like, how do you guys still smile to each other after this crazy news that we hear? So I'm just going to say it straight. As long as we preach Pan-Africanism, as long as we preach African unity, if we miss this opportunity between the MK political party and the EFF, because only those two, when they are together, they can draw the ANC back. Those two can draw the ANC back easily. There's a lot of ANC people that are waiting to go. Many of them, don't be surprised about Panyaza, many of them are waiting to go, but they are in between. They can't go to Julius because they hate Julius, and they think Julius is this guy, a dictator that runs that political party with an iron fist. And they don't want to go to Jacob Zuma because they think he has betrayed the mother body, the ANC, and all of it's like but if you put them together, I think that dream will come through of African unity. Whether these politicians are talking about this in the back door, we know MK political party is always trying to get people into that party, but the MK political party is like, they are the bigger party, so they swallow the other political parties. And the EFF says, no, we can never be swallowed. And that fight of we can never be swallowed, let's work together in our terms and everything. That fight is the reason why the ANC will remain in power and the DA can potentially also get into the presidential seat. Now, we will argue and do everything. It's fine, ladies and gentlemen. Argue and do whatever, fight each other. But when that happens, I will be here to remind you, and I will be attacking those two political parties. I don't want to hear anyone blaming the ANC when that happens, because it is us who are pushing the DA into power because we are failing to unite. Say, King, you can't unite with everyone. Not everyone is on your side. Not everyone has got the same ideology. Exactly. That is why the enemy defeats us. That's why the enemy defeats us. When we are family, we are family. We can't allow... we always make this example to say, in my family, I can fight my brother even to the point of death. But as long as my brother is alive, the enemy will not come and harm my brother in front of me. But that thing, it does not translate into politics. Why? Why? Who's this lady was Dr. Susan Mpofu-Walsh, who was saying she needed counseling for the issue that the ANC is going to work with Nomvula, is it Sis Nomvula? Yes. She said, I needed counseling. I was traumatized for the fact to know that the ANC is going to go into coalition with the DA. I was not okay. Actually, I must do a review on that episode and the one of what's his name? Begi, because they were beautiful episodes. Go and watch them there at the Dr. Susan Mpofu-Walsh podcast. Very crazy, informative interviews. If you want a breakdown of those two interviews, go in the comment section and write breakdown. I'll make some time and watch them all over again and cut some important things there. But I'm telling you, Africans, if we don't unite, uphelile ngathi. And that is why Paseta, it's not an alternative, because Paseta is not a political party. It's not competing with anyone on that level. But that is why it's important to build organizations that are going to have a lasting legacy for the coming generation, like Paseta. There are many others, ladies and gentlemen. We are marching to Hatfield at the embassy of Burkina Faso to show solidarity and support to Captain Ibrahim Traoré on the 25th. So it's so important. It's so important. Look at the organizations on that page. Many of them are mostly Pan-Africanist organizations. Many of them, pushing that African unity story. If it will happen, we don't know. But the seed is planted. So if politics fail us, it is these organizations that must come through and save the black child. If politics fails us, because who knows what the education sector is going to look like if the DA comes? Will there be any transformation for the black child? Will all of those things that we wish that the MK and the EFF can do, but they will never do it if they continue looking at themselves as enemies. You leave your thoughts on the comment section, and ubabheke on the comment section taking how yahlanya EFF Malema, he thunderhead, he's so big-headed, we will call him names. Others will say Zuma is the most corrupt, what on the comment section. I want Abamnyama proving us right again. Hey, I want it mina never, not in a political party. Hayi ngiyabonga Shem. Hayi ngiyabonga. A member of a political party, mina. Awa. Never. I don't believe in politics. Really, I don't. Because I know even when they unite as the two parties, the international impact on politics. Politics is just a scam, but let me stop right there. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We'll talk on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a nice Sunday. Until we meet again on Monday, I'm giving that report of the gala dinner and everything that we did and the plans that we are having for the future, because we are turning 1 year old on the 14th of April, 14th of July. So we want to build something. We need your help. Please make sure that you continue donating and contributing to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.